Sylvester Stallone's been on a couple of like, what do they call it when they're interviewing him? Stuff.
Interviews?
Yeah, he's been in a couple of interviews. Yeah. I didn't have it, and then it came to me. Let's just say that. Right? So there's been a couple.
Part of the aesthetic. Welcome everybody to episode 19 of Moat 9. That's MOAT, the number 9. Please remember to go to www.moat9.com for all your link needs. Like, follow, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It helps us out
a lot.
Yes.
Please.
This one cigar was brought to you by 2 years of podcasting.
Right?
That's how much money we've made on this podcast. Everything has come out of
They're
pocket.
very expensive cigars.
Yeah. No, and by that I mean one cigar. One cigar was paid for by the podcast. The other one came out of pocket.
Right. Nice. So, my gosh, we have 2 episodes of The Mandalorian to go over. We have 2 episodes of The Last of Us, which is one is the finale. Mm-hmm. Creed 1 and 2, the incredible weight of these nuts. I mean, the incredible weight of massive talents.
It's it's not our fault that Pedro Pascal is just all over the place. 3 out of the 4 or 5 things that we're going to talk about have him in it.
Maybe he was an extra in Creed. Oh.
We're going to give him credit. We're going to say that he was in Creed 1 and 2.
Creed credit.
Yeah, Creed credit. Creed it.
Yeah,
it just doesn't work.
Kind of.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Creed. So you went back and watched 1 and 2?
I went back and watched 1 and 2 in the hopes that I could make it out to watch Creed 3, but unfortunately that did not pan out. My schedule got all discombobulated at work, and on top of that, I got sick.
Don't worry, I didn't watch it either.
So that didn't pan out, but I'm glad that I made it a point to watch Creed 1 and 2 because even though they're not Rocky,
yeah,
they're pretty damn good.
Okay, so let me ask you this. How are you on Rocky movies? Because Rocky is my favorite underdog franchise. I mean, I think it's the only underdog franchise that's that big.
See, now you got to make me do research and stuff.
Because I kind of like put it as this is like the ultimate underdog story. You know, there's a high, it's not too high. Then there's a really high. And then there's like a super duper high. And then there's a low and then back to the bottom. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like up and down throughout the whole series, which is Rocky through 5 and then Rocky Balboa.
As far as that's concerned, I don't think it's the only one. I'm pretty sure we could find some other ones, but it's definitely the best in my opinion.
Okay.
Very well written. It's not taken from the context of like he started at the bottom and made it huge and stayed in like it takes a real life arc of started at the bottom, got to the top, and then just fell off. And he's doing good. He's got the gym that he's technically still owns. He's got his restaurant. The only complaint that I might have is that
if you're a friend of Rocky, you die.
Do not get close to Rock
because you'll die.
Yeah, he has. I mean, even his kid kind of abandoned him a bit. It has a little. I think Sylvester Stallone did a little too much. It's too close to Rambo. It's the Rambo ending for Rocky. Yeah, go back home kind of thing. But it was it struck a nerve, not in a bad way, but getting close to his grandkid.
Okay,
that was really touching. I love Rocky. Like I could sit there and watch him.
Once you marry him,
I would. And even though people shit on 5, I really like 5. Okay, question: which one gets you more pumped up? Adrian telling the Adrian thing in Rocky 3?
Win?
No. The one in Rocky where they're on the beach. What's the truth?
I'm scared, Adrian.
That or Mickey's ghost in Rocky 5?
Oh, I can't remember that. What happens at...
Get up, you son of a bitch.
Get up, you son of a bitch.
Mickey loves you.
Mickey loves you.
Bro.
Okay, that one. That's
Yeah.
the line. Yeah.
Because that's the one I tell you, because everybody, Rocky 5, I'm like, bro, Mickey's ghost.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on, dude. Like, he's down in a heater. And, hey, I didn't hear no bell. Get the fuck out of here, dude. That to me was just like, get the fuck up, Rocky.
And you know what? It is kind of like 80s cheesy. You know, it has a lot of 80s cheese in there. You know, the robot, happy birthday, Polly, happy birthday, Polly, happy birthday, Polly. You know, that type of shit.
Didn't they cut that out?
I think they did.
I think I read somewhere that they cut that out of Rocky 4 because it was too creepy or some shit. And I was like, a fucking robot?
Yeah.
Nobody's being
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
violated here.
I just watched it. I think where did I watch it on? Prime or Netflix? Both.
Wherever it
like
is.
Netflix has it, Prime has it. I think HBO has Creed, something like that. I don't know. And it's in there. 'Cause I literally just watched it this past week.
Maybe they were talking about
No,
cutting
it was
out.
that. They did cut it out.
They did? Okay.
Yeah, there was a stand that they did cut it out. And I think it was on Prime when I watched it because it's not the only time I watched it. Bro, I'm always watching Rocky. If I can't watch, if I'm like MCU'd out, I'm watching Rocky.
Okay.
It's just one of those things,
How does Creed stack up?
The storyline is good. It's how do I say without saying it? I mean, they gave us the story of the Italian side. Now they're giving the Italian stallion side. Now they're giving Apollo Creed's story that they weren't able to give with Apollo Creed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm thinking it's just the next step. What do they say? Either something or evolve or whatever. You got to evolve, and that's what they did with the Rocky franchise.
Right.
Going into Creed, but I know that there's a bunch of controversy with the guy that owns the rights to Rocky, and why he's not in the new Creed 3, and why Sylvester Stallone doesn't like this guy, and there's a bunch of shit that's been they've been talking about, even where Sylvester Stallone's been on a couple of what do they call it when they're interviewing him and stuff?
Interviews?
Yeah, he's been in a couple of interviews. Yeah. I didn't have it, and then it came to me. Let's just say that. Right? So there's been a couple interviews why he's not in the movie.
Right.
Spoilers, because when I was watching the previous Creed 3, I didn't realize he wasn't in there. And then once the movie came out, I was like, "What? He's not in it?"
You can kind of tell because in Rocky 2, they gave him a send off. Like they did. He didn't go into the ring. He just stayed ringside. Sat. I love that shot, by the way. That was a really good cinematic shot where he's enjoying his success. Adonis, he's enjoying his success. The girl goes into the ring. Like, everybody's rushing the ring, and he's just like, "Nah, kid, it's your time."
Passing the torch.
Sits down, puts on his hat, and they do that slow pan out, and they're showing the silk. Bro, fucking beautiful fucking shot. Like, that shot was, I don't want to say Oscar worthy, but Mitza Balza, just it was Italian.
Yeah, yeah.
And then after that, he goes home to his kid and develops a new relationship with the grandson. Yeah, like he's gone. He rode off into the sunset.
And that's Milo Ventimiglia. Did you recognize that guy? His son in the.
Oh yeah. Oh, I knew when I started watching This Is Us. I knew that was him from Rocky.
And me, I was like, where have I seen him before?
I always thought that he was actually related. I thought it was his real son when I first saw him.
Oh yeah,
because
so did I.
He has that thing with the jaw.
Yeah.
So I thought it was his son.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I know that his son is no longer with us. Rest in peace. But what can you do? But his daughters. No, I'm just kidding.
But his daughters, on the other hand, I haven't even seen him. But
I mean, I love the series. Just one that I constantly watch. I'm not so invested in the Creed series as much as I am in Rocky, because if I see they release Rocky on Netflix again, because they usually do that. They do it in cycles. Right. I'll go back and I'll start watching them. Right now I'm on Rocky 4. Rocky 4 is with what's his name? Drago. Yeah. So it's that storyline. I haven't finished watching it this week, but yeah, I will soon.
I think that. Yep.
Anyway.
Anywho, let's get all emotional with Rocky and shit.
But the last, I'm sorry, Creed 2, when
Uh-huh.
Rocky went back to his son. Oh my gosh, I was like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially with the grandkid. Fuck yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, what do you want to do?
Man, I don't know. Let's just go with the DeLorean.
The from.
I said, man, let's just go with the DeLorean.
Oh damn, he's really punny today.
Oh my gosh,
Punny guy.
Do I need my book? Oh no, that's later. That's later. Where is Grogu?
Right behind you.
Oh,
Need to make sure we take him out of the shot this time.
right.
The master editing. I can't stand that.
Okay, so
Okay, so that's why we're going into the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. I got a lot to say about The Last of Us, so
Ooh,
don't tell me.
I didn't watch episode 3. Wait, I had to have.
It came out yesterday.
I did not watch episode 3.
I'm gonna slap you right now.
Force slap me.
I'm gonna force slap you.
We're gonna pause.
I'm gonna
go
slap
watch
you.
it and then come back. No, I didn't watch it. Okay, so we can only do episode 2. Sorry.
That's fine. It's episode 2. I got a lot of notes on it. Episode 3, I don't have that
All right,
many up.
hit me with it. No, the notes.
I'm
The notes.
sorry.
The notes. Don't.
Episode 2. So this is where he and Grogu actually get back to Mandalore.
Wait, so they go like on yet another adventure in this episode that's supposed to push the story along, but it's a contained episode, kind of like an adventure game, which they've been doing every fucking episode since the beginning of this show. Okay, cool. And then
Yeah.
that's my critique, so I'll shut up now.
Oh, I have Bo-Katan, I have the peach, and then I have a fire emoji.
Sadly, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know if that's sad or not.
So it's. I think it opens up. No, that was the first one. But this one, he is able to go back because he needs to redeem himself
Yes.
to go bathe in the.
And the living waters of Mandalore.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's where he's heading. Him and Grogu, and he was trying to get. Is that what? No. He was trying to get a new unit for a robot, right, to take with them, and he ended up with what? What was that? That one?
R5D nuts. I don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
But if you recognize them, it's the same unit that Luke was gonna pick up from the Jawas.
Was it?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. I didn't know
So-
that. The one that he does take and then it breaks down.
Yeah.
That's a really cool Easter egg. I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Yep. So both of them are the same. If you see here,
Hopefully.
but yes, it's the same unit. I can't
Okay.
remember what unit it is. But
But you know what I mean? Like they're not doing a Marvel job of incorporating things. It's just like, oh, there's this. Oh, they're gonna bring back General Thrawn or what?
Kenobi. Oh no.
No.
Thrawn?
It's like Thrawn or whatever his name is. Oh, he's out there. Oh, we'll bring him into the story. Oh, we'll bring this into it. It's like for the fans, it's cool.
Yeah.
But they're not doing a good job of incorporating it.
I think what they're doing, I think what they've always done is kind of like open up this huge galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then just kind of be like, okay, we're going to take this part, but we're not going to do this part or this part until, 10, 20 years later.
Mm-hmm.
From the beginning, it's been like that. It's not like MCU has kind of like their plan.
Mm-hmm.
They do their storyline, and then they come back and like fill in the little gaps. Star Wars has giant gaps between their storylines.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it all has to do with marketing and more money.
I think it's mostly the fact that Kevin Feige and whatever this other guy's name is, they've been from the beginning. It's been their project.
Yeah.
And Star Wars has had Lucas. He sold it to Disney. Disney had this person, that person.
Yeah.
Like it's too many chefs.
Too many chiefs.
It's too many chiefs. I think that's the problem. But
Yeah, it makes sense. though.
ultimately,
But-
we're getting more Star Wars.
But I think Kevin Feige is kind of like trying to do it justice. Trying
Hopefully.
to do better than what everything else. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people shit on the later stuff. You know what I mean? So them shitting on it and him trying to like fix things.
right.
I don't know. It's just a lot.
Like I keep saying, I shit on it constantly, but we're getting more Star Wars, so at the end of the day, fuck it, let's do it.
Hell yeah, I'm good. I mean, I sent you that Pedro Pascal world where they're driving down the road and they see a billboard of the Mandalorian and then a billboard of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's been creeping up,
and now Pedro's world, and we're just living in it.
Yeah, why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
so that leads in, and I don't know the official title, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yes.
Okay.
With Nicolas Cage.
I wanted to see this movie. Yeah.
When it came out, when it first released.
when I first heard of it, I'm not a Nicolas Cage fan by any stretch of the imagination. I do not understand the fascination with this guy at all. I like his movies.
Yeah.
I don't want to say I've been a fan, but I've liked him since Raising Arizona. Right?
Sorry.
Did you see Raising Arizona?
Yes. I saw it like back in the 80s.
Dude, I love that movie when it came out. John Goodman's in it. Tex Cobb from El Paso. Did you know he's from El Paso?
No, I didn't know.
Tex, the biker guy that's after the bounty hunter.
Uh-huh.
He's from El Paso.
Oh, shit.
I love that movie. Before he was famous, before people started liking the movie, I was a fan of that movie.
Yeah.
Love that movie. Dude, The Rock, fucking Con Air,
Face Off.
I like his movies.
Gone in 60 Seconds. Oh, my gosh. With Eleanor. My God. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
That car.
I like his movies. I don't think he's a great actor. I don't think he's like, oh my God, but he's good.
Yeah.
He's tied into
Ghost
Marvel
Rider.
kind of because of that, but also he's in the Spider-Verse. A lot of people forget that.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the voice of Spider-Man Noir.
Really?
Yeah, that's him.
Huh. Okay.
Apparently he's in The Croods. They mentioned that in the movie. So anyway, he's got this thing, and it's him playing him.
Yeah.
But then this was before Pedro Pascal made it really big.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, this guy, he seems funny.
Yeah.
Especially, dude, that one meme that they're using all over the place. Dude,
When they're both high?
Yeah.
I was like, when is this meme coming out? And he's like, let's take this LSD. And he's like, no, I don't want. Okay.
Yeah. I have a very bad habit of being on my phone a lot when I'm watching movies because I'm listening. As soon as I saw that happened, I put my phone down and I was like, I'm going to enjoy this fucking scene for all its fucking glory. As far as movies that play into real celebrity, like it's people playing themselves, we can compare it to fucking Die Hard. Wait, we didn't talk about Die Hard yet.
No, we didn't. We'll do that one next.
Okay, we could do that one then.
So I could totally shit on it.
We could get it over with right now because I'm totally gonna shit all over.
No, this finish.
It's him playing him.
Yeah.
This is one of the better ones.
Yeah.
I can't think of another one off the top of my head where somebody's playing themselves.
Which was the one where he played the drunk and he was in Las Vegas?
Leaving Las Vegas.
Was it right? It was probably Leaving Las. He was
I think
an
it's
alcoholic,
I
right?
didn't see it, and
Yeah.
I should have seen
That
it
was a
because
good
I had
one.
a huge crush on Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, that was a
Huge.
good one, dude. I haven't seen that one in years, but that's a good one too.
It's supposed to be more dramatic.
Yeah.
Yes,
very.
yeah. So I want to see that one.
The freaking what is it? The statue that he has him with the two guns from Face Off. I was like, oh my god.
See, and that's what I mean. That was like a really good joke because he's like, "This is grotesque. I'll give you $20,000."
His number sell or something like that.
Yeah, the jokes are not. They're not trying too hard.
Yeah.
It's done really, really well. It was written very well. It was acted very well. It's really fucking Nicolas Cage trying to do the whole spy thing, and then this chick is just like action,
Right.
And it just snaps it.
Right. That was kind of stupid, but
It's dumb, but I'm like, that's fucking funny.
compared to Shotgun Wedding, it was that same type of stupid, but this movie was worth watching.
Yeah, dude, oh my god, the ridiculousness of that scene where they're trying to get over the wall. It is so cheesy. I've seen tons of it's Three Stooges joke.
Yeah.
But they're doing that whole thing, and then he kind of pokes over the fucking wall, and he's like, "How did they do that thing?" And then they turn, and the guys are sitting there again, and they freak out again. Oh my god, dude, fucking hilarious!
Yeah.
It's really. You know what? I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay.
Just thinking about these little jokes that they have and shit, just like don't blah blah. dude, it's really good.
Yeah,
It's a good combination of like Dumb and Dumber and Tropic Thunder.
Yeah,
it's really good.
yeah. So check it out,
Yes,
but don't check out Die Hard. I'm sorry, and I think, and like I put it as, this is my payback for making you watch Shotgun Wedding.
Yeah. It was okay. What was worse? Well, no,
Die Hard.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, and I know it's Die Hard because at least the other one had Jennifer's ass in it. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. Take Jennifer's ass out. Which one was worse?
Both of them were bad.
They were bad. Yeah,
they were both bad.
What's his face? John Travolta. He did good for what they expected of him.
Yeah.
But he's not that funny. It was over the top. The whole premise was kind of fucking stupid. That one was a Tropic Thunder ripoff.
Yeah.
Complete fucking ripoff because the director is trying to do something without them knowing.
Yeah.
It's a complete ripoff. They didn't do it well. I didn't. No. Like not at all.
I don't even think I wrote notes for it because I'm like
trying to think if there's anything that's somewhat redeemable, but no.
I don't think so either, dude. Because it's
Yeah. So no, Die Hard. Don't watch it. It's bad. That and then this. For yours, yes, you did.
Of course it did.
All right. And through the magic of editing, so The Last of Us.
Oh my gosh, these last two episodes, 8 and 9. Let's go over 8, then we'll go over 9.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I think we should do 9 and then 8.
What?
Exactly. That's what I mean. So like, what the hell? Of course we're gonna go 8 and 9.
So there was a way that they named they said cannibal something, cannibal group, or I don't know. They named it like, after I watched it, I watched a couple TikToks or something, and there was something about the group of cannibals, or they kind of like named it something.
Oh, I don't remember.
Right off the back, you don't know that they're cannibals. Spoilers for episode 8. I'm sorry, but you should have been watching, because we're already a week after.
It's over. I'm sorry, but shame on you.
Yeah, but the way I see it is, they open up with, I think we ended episode 7 where he was still laying down, right?
Yes.
Because he had gotten stabbed. And then episode 8, she was kind of like, what happened?
They pretty much established that she was not going to, because of showing her friendship with the girl, that she was not going to abandon him.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
So
okay,
it's she's taking care of him. She's not going to leave him. Okay, real quick. Did you get the impression that was where they were headed with the cannibal? They gave the impression that something was off, but not that.
Not that off. Yes and no.
Okay, because a lot of people said that they pretty much picked up on it. Even Cinda was like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, I didn't get that at all. I figured something was wrong with them, but not that.
Yeah, no, I didn't get that. I knew that they were struggling, and I knew that they were, like at the beginning, he was like, well, how much do we have? We have this much, venison, and this much blah, 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 this much blah, blah, blah. And then when he came in with that cart, he's like, what is it? It's venison. See, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together when they're like, oh, we can't bury your dad because, this ground is frozen. And I said, okay, well, that makes sense. Didn't think they're going to be fucking eating him.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so Ellie was able to hold her own between these two guys. You know what I mean? I'm sure they could have taken her out when she went hunting and she killed that deer.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, they could have just taken her out, but this guy, I don't know. This whole episode was just like, it was very suspenseful. Like, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know what they're capable of until you realize. And he tells her, one of these guys died, because a guy and a girl, or a guy and his daughter, killed them. And they're like, oh shit. You take a step back. He's like, it's the same people. You know what I mean? Not thinking that they're in the same cult or same village or same what the fuck, I don't know what the
Right.
wherever they're from. I don't know how they're doing it now. You know, are they from? You know how the Walking Dead did? They're like, oh, we're from so and so. We're from so and so.
Are these whisperers or what the fuck is going on?
Like, they're not whispers. They're fucking.
You know what?
Pedophile.
Now that you make that point, that did make The Walking Dead a little more cheesy. That every fucking group had like a gang name.
Yeah.
Like this is just the fucking crazies.
Yeah.
Like there's no nicknames for the fucking group. It's like I don't know. Anyway,
Well, they had.
as far as this specific episode, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I can't find the Cinda was pointing out that like how did they not hear the gunshots and how come they're not coming to check? They set that up even from he told them do not ever come to this area. They're afraid of going over there.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did what they did and Joel and Ellie get to just dip out and not meet any resistance makes sense.
Right.
That's about the only flaw that maybe people can find, but I can even justify it. Like, there's just nothing wrong with this episode and just the whole thing where she's facing off against this guy and Joel technically doesn't save her.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because I think a lot of people might have expected for him to come in and him be the one to save her.
And she didn't.
She took care of it.
Yeah.
And just that thing at the end where she's just flipping out and just keeps going.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, yeah, that was all that anger, all that fear, everything just coming out. And then the trauma of when he's like, no, it's me.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh, shit, it is you.
Yeah.
The dude, great fucking episode.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're going to have a hell of a time ranking all these episodes.
Jeez, I know.
Because any other show, you could try to do that, but it's going to be an episode here, an episode there. This one, I think the entire fucking season, we can be like, which one was your favorite episode and why? It's going to be hard.
It is.
And we're not even talking about episode 9 yet.
And I'm at a point where I'm like, I want to rewatch it. Like, I want to go back and rewatch these 9 episodes. You know what I mean? Because even up to 8, I was like, it's fucking good.
And I remember seeing a TikTok where I think it's a female that she's just like, why have you guys been gatekeeping video games? Why haven't you told us that they can have this rich story and cinematic blah, blah? I'm like, I've been fucking telling people for years. Like,
and in the 80s, the nerds told you.
But and even then, it was more imagination because the graphics just weren't there.
Yeah.
But I've told people for years, like the God of War story, the Gears of War, this one. There's other video games that I'm like, bro, you have to play it in order to get the cinematics and the story. But as far as story, dude, video games, there's a lot of great fucking story.
Oh, yeah. And in a bunch of them. And I meant to say nerds because, you know, we get called nerds a couple times. Mm-hmm. But what you remember of Revenge of the Nerds? And they're like, well, what are we good at? Nerd stuff and having sex.
That's all we think about all day.
Right?
Yeah, and that was just episode 8.
Yeah. No, it was great. You know what I mean? Joe's a badass.
Mm-hmm.
He's a badass throughout the whole series. You know what I mean? And him coming and kind of like not finishing everything off, but getting to her even where he's like at 30% maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Having to get up and killing everybody and not even caring, right? He's like, oh, what? Tell me. And he's like, oh, you're not going to tell me? Fuck you. Boom, dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you asked. You know what? You're dead too. Who cares? You know what I mean? Just like straight up Joel. You know what I mean? And episode 9. So I really don't know the timeline between when he picked up Ellie and by the time they got to where they needed to go, because the storyline is about Ellie and her resistance towards this fungi, you know what I mean, and him trying to get her to where she needs to go to meet these doctors, right? Which is where episode 9 starts,
right? So
that they can figure out a cure for all humanity, literally all of humanity. You know what I mean? They want to go and be there because the Fireflies are the ones that, set it up for them to, hey, take this girl. She has a cure, get her there. And that's what they do.
Right.
Episode 9 is like, hey, we're here. And then all of a sudden they, I don't remember from the game because I didn't play it, but the giraffes You know, they get into this compound. They're like, well, how do we get there? And I'm just waiting for somebody to show up. And there's like nobody.
Right.
And then they find these giraffes, and it's like a secluded area with the animals, you know what I mean? Whatever, which is amazing. You know what I mean? Because you think about it, and this is like 20 years after a pandemic, right?
Right.
And which literally shut the entire world down. And there's animals, and they're going to be free range, you know, free roaming or whatever. And they're going to find a way to eat. Or find a way to live.
Right.
And these animals did. I don't know if it was in a stadium or some shit. Was it a stadium or like a park or some shit?
Yeah.
Where it's kind of
like in the middle of a town or whatever.
Yeah, and it looked like it was like they walk. You know, they're in this building and they walk up, and it's like this entire like green area, and there's animals.
Its own little habitat.
Habitat. That's what I was looking for, which was amazing. You know, and then they're walking through, and then you're like, okay, everything is going good. Where's the bad? You're just like waiting for the fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
And then sure enough, boom, you know, they get captured. But
I think this show does a really good job of showing how understandable people's reactions and actions are.
yeah,
Joel is not a good guy. He's not.
yeah, he's not.
But you understand why he is the way he is. This what's her name, Marlene? She's doing the best, the one that's telling Joel, like, we need to do this. We need to. It's a fucked up thing that she's doing, but you got to put yourself in the mindset. This is somebody that she cared about. It's very hard for her to do this.
Yeah.
She's doing, and at the end of the day, it's almost like a Thanos thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're sacrificing thousands, millions of people, however many people are left, just to keep this girl alive. It doesn't make sense.
So this is a psychology thing. You know, have you ever seen that little image of the train coming, and there's 5 people in the train track, but then, you know, the train track wides in 2, and you're either going to pick the 5 people that you know, or the 5 innocent people that aren't supposed to be there, or your loved one. You know, what are you going to choose? It's all about psychology.
Right.
You know what I mean? And, you know, I was asked, well, what would you do? And I'm like, well, fuck the other 5 people. But why? Because guess what? If it was the other way around, they wouldn't give a shit about me. That's, you know, that's how I justify it.
Yeah.
But it's all about psychology, because it's not, my thinking is not right. You're supposed to sacrifice that one person for the greater humanity. That's the right thing to do. But in other situations, you know what I mean? It's like, would that person do the same thing for me? And
right.
I don't think, you know, my mindset's like, I don't think they would. So for me, it would be like, I would do the same thing Joel did. And take Ellie and fuck everybody else. Guess what? It's been 20 years. If you're not going to live with it, then oh well.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think the game did a better job of explaining, we'll find another way.
Yeah.
This one was just, to me, it came off like,
liar.
Fuck humanity.
He lied, in other words.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, fuck that. It came off more as he was doing it for his own personal selfish reasons, rather than, no, I'm going to save her. We'll find another way.
Yeah.
I think the game did a better job of that. But yeah, I mean, it's that, do you save your loved one, or do you save all of humanity? Because you don't know for sure that it's going to work.
And basically, it's Joel trying to save his daughter again.
Yeah.
You know? And they were going to, take out whatever was in the brain, because they said it was in the brain. And they had to take out everything to figure out, you know, how to do it.
Yeah, because like I said, it's that thing about like Thanos.
Yeah.
That everybody now is like, Thanos is right. And at the time I was like,
fuck,
he doesn't have a bad point. Like, it kind of makes sense what he's fucking doing. It's fucked up, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
Same thing with Marlene. I keep going back to that. Just the fact that, bro, you have to do this to your best friend's daughter.
Yeah.
I don't think they did a good job of portraying how conflicted she was about it, but they showed it.
Yeah.
And just the whole conflict of, what would you do in that situation? Everybody's just like, I wouldn't. You say that, but put yourself really deep into that scenario. It's not that easy.
And I really like how they did the story, how he got out, and then how they were walking, and you know what I mean. How he's like, "Are you sure? Tell me the truth." And then they kind of like cut back. That was perfect. Where they was like, you know, are you telling me the truth? and he's kind of like just sitting there, thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then her not knowing what the fuck happened, but him knowing what he had to do just to get her out. You know what I mean? And she was like, wait, just, and then boom, you're dead.
Yeah.
Because that's Joel. You know, he's going to do whatever the fuck it takes, for him to live and now for her to live.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was just like, fuck, that's pretty deep right there.
Yeah. So, no, I don't remember. But overall, just...
It's a great series.
I imagined that they would end this season the way that the first game ended.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, they can't do that because they need to prolong. And then they did.
Yeah.
So season 2 presumably will be where the second game went. I haven't played the second one, so I can't say for sure. I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that because that means that we're going to get a limited series. This isn't going to be Walking Dead dragged out for 9 fucking seasons.
This is maybe 3.
If they stick to more of a Breaking Bad formula of quick and Ozark, 3, 4, 5 seasons, and just leave it at that, I'm going to be okay with that.
There's been a couple of instances where I see that the director's talking about the next season, season 2, because of course it's already been approved, but they said that they have so much, to work with. So not knowing, me neither.
I'm in a bit of a conundrum because now I'm like, do I play this fucking second one? I played the first one and I'm glad I did because I know the hype. Yeah. But now I'm like, do I want to ruin it or do I just want to watch it?
Damn.
I think I'm gonna play it. Yeah. Because it's gonna be 2 years before we get a season 2.
What did they say?
I don't know if they said anything.
Same here. I don't know.
So I'm probably gonna play it. Just because my shitty memory, I'm going to play it and then forget it and then watch it and be like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Oh, PlayStation Plus right now, it's Battlefield 2024 is out. And then Roblox or Minecraft something. Those are the 2. There's 3, but
I gave up on that shit.
But yeah, so the second season, it's approved. They're going to do a second season. Just, I have no idea where they're going to go with it.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Just please don't change anything drastic. Keep your writers, keep your producers.
Yeah,
this is a fucking hit. Like this is easily one of my top 5 shows, and it's only 1 season. But I can't think. I like it better than The Walking Dead. I like this 1 season better than all of Walking Dead.
I can see it.
To be fair, and I've said this before, like Game of Thrones and Walking Dead, if I'm allowed to pick certain things about The Walking Dead and condense it into the perfect show, then The Walking Dead was really fucking good. Yeah. But if I take it as a whole for what it's supposed to be, it didn't pull it off.
The Walking Dead, what they did was they stretched everything out and they watered it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, if it was kind of like condensed and be like, we're just going to go with this and this and this, put the best parts in, which somebody can do that.
Supercut.
Hey, do a supercut of The Walking Dead. I think that would be phenomenal. Yes. And they can do. I'm surprised they haven't already done it. I'm sure somebody's done it.
Dude, editing this show, I can tell you it's a lot of fucking work.
It's all right. There's a lot of people that don't do shit. Right? No, but if they do like a master cut of The Walking Dead, I can see where it can be fucking phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah. That we should do maybe an episode on that. Give us a master cut of Breaking Bad, of Walking Dead, of Game of Thrones. Because, dude, looking back I've seen clips of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That was a great fucking show.
It is, dude.
Great fucking show.
And I get clips from TikTok.
And it's got Pedro Pascal in it.
There you go. Yeah, another one. He's everywhere.
Yeah, but
Well,
let's do that. I want to do that. Yeah. Let's do it. Hypothetically, if we got a master cut of each of our top 5, what would our top 5 really be?
Okay, that's
going to be dangerous.
Yeah. Well, let's look up this weekend. We're going to look up master cuts of certain series, see what we can find, and maybe we can look into them for next week.
Have you seen the master cut? The master cut of Kenobi?
Oh yes,
bro.
You sent it to me. That's really good. Yeah, they did really well with that.
Yeah. So if you do that, then our conversation changes. The Last of Us is still going to be up there, but it's only 1 season.
Still great. Check it out.
You know what?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Summer is getting here. Summer movies. It's gonna be fucking crazy. We got a lot of movie theater movies to watch.
Yeah.
So, as always, guys, be good to each other. More importantly, be good to yourselves.
Peace, suckers.
That's awesome.
Not that good, but kind of good.
No, be really good to yourself.